These are the sneakers that I wear the most versus the sneakers I hardly wear or have not yet even worn. When it comes to wearing my sneakers, I have two modes. One mode is me here at home. I work from home 5 days out of the week, and so most of the sneakers that I wear are practical, comfortable running/walking shoes, which I use for taking the dogs out. My other mode I'm gonna call town mode. In this mode, I like to wear sneakers from my collection, fancy shoes I've paid a lot of money for. Let's first and foremost go through my home mode sneakers. First up, we have here the Salomon XT4 OG in the white colorway. As you can see, these are pretty much shot to shit at this point. They're looking a little bit more swampy brown than they are white, but I've got to say, I really like this sneaker. They are really comfortable, really nice fitting. They have this Ortholite insole, and they have this really rugged outsole tread pattern that is ideal for walking or running in the bush. Next up, we have these. These are the New Balance 2002 Sea Salt colorway from the protection pack. They could be any colorway, to be fair. At this point, they're looking like some kind of relic from the Neolithic period, recently excavated. I did buy these a few years ago with the intention of looking after them and keeping them clean, maybe with the intent to trade them or sell them on, but they've ended up becoming one of my biggest beaters, as you can see. Big fan of the comfort, love using them for walking and running, anywhere but the pavement, as evidenced by the condition. Next up, another New Balance, the 1906R. I think this is the gold metallic colorway. This is another one of those sneakers that I bought when the 1906R was sort of jumping off. I got them with the intent to wear them fashionably, but I've ended up using them for their intended purpose, running. Another very comfortable shoe. I would recommend going a half size up with these. I find they fit quite small. Out of all the New Balances I've tried, and I have tried quite a few models, this is probably the most comfortable pair. Next up, we have a pair of Mizunos. These are the Wave Rider Betas. Now, I will admit these take one or two wears in order to break in, but once you've broken them in, they are really, really comfortable. I actually got sent this pair from Mizuno themselves, and hard copy, shout out those two. And I have absolutely thrashed these for walking and running. Next up, we have the Nike ISPA Mind and Body. I actually got sent these by Nike in response to a short video that I made actually mocking this shoe. Nike's brand new sneakers look 3,000 years old. These joints don't look created, they look excavated. After parting the Red Sea, Moses got his first signature shoe, and these were them. These bad boys were absolutely popping during the time of Ramses II. Response from Nike to my light-hearted mockery was to send me a pair to try them out, and I've got to admit, they are awesome. I've also really enjoyed using these for walking and running. It's the type of pair you can slip on with or without socks, and they clean up really, really well. I've actually put these through the washing machine about 3 or 4 times now. In terms of comfortable footwear that I like to wear around the house or in the car or running errands and stuff like that, I've got to go with these. These are the Adifoam Superstars. You've got to go a half size up or a full size up with these, as I find they run quite snug, and they do take a little bit of breaking in. The angle of the heel means that it kind of digs into your heel the first couple of times you wear them, but once you've gotten used to them, these are really awesome and are my preferred foam footwear. Now, when it comes to town mode, like when I go into town to do my work, or when I go to sneaker events or meet up with mates and stuff like that, I do like to rock shoes from my collection, but lately these are the sneakers I have been messing with most. I've been really enjoying Asics Gel-Lyte 3s in recent times. I have a couple of pairs. First and foremost, we have these. These are the Gel-Lyte 3 Evisu collab. Really nice shoe with a whole bunch of different types of suede material. Big fan of the colorway. And Gel-Lyte 3s are just so comfy to wear casually, in my opinion. In fact, the first time I wore these, I had them on feet all day, and they really didn't cause me any problems at all. Another Gel-Lyte 3 that I've been rocking with a little bit recently are these. These are the Ronnie Fayeg Homage, a steal that I picked up for £100. Big fan of these two right here. As we know, it's been a huge year for Nike SB Dunk Lows, and I'm pleased to say that I have been rocking and representing a lot the Jarritos SBs, including getting caught out in an absolute storm in them.
Bruh. Sakes. Bruh. taking the piss.
Now, what I would say about these shoes is, much like all of the SBs from this year, they do run quite narrow. And having worn these in the storm and trying to clean them off, one of the unfortunate things about these is that water stains do show up quite glaringly. The leather is also pretty quick to crease, particularly on the middle portion of the shoe. I did pay resale for these, but I did get in early when the prices were a little bit lower. I paid £300 for these, about 350 bucks. And given where the market is on these currently, not too bad. Another SB Dunk that I have been rocking quite a lot are these. These are the Yuto Horigome SBs. I think these are probably the most wearable SB colorway from the entire year. The only gripe I have with these is they've taken me 3 or 4 wears to just get used to them. I know it's different for different people with regard to the fit, but I just found these really hard to get on with when I first bought them. Probably should have gone an entire size up with this pair. As it is, I got a half size up, as I tend to do with most recent SBs. And as you can see, there's a little bit of creasing in the toe box, a little bit around the shoe, but to be fair, they are really nicely wearing once you break them in. The Crenshaw Skate Clubs, this is a shoe that I really enjoy wearing, and unlike the Yutos, I got on with these straight away. I have no idea why this particular shoe gave me a little bit more room and flex in the toe area. I'm not sure if it's because of the suede versus the leather, but I personally found these easier to get on with off the rip compared to the Yutos, and I know there's probably a few of you out there that found the opposite to be true, but hey, this is my video. I'm a big fan of this shoe, and the more I wear it, the more I look at it, the more I think it is right up there as a contender for best SB of the year. The Adidas Bad Bunny Campus, I've made several videos featuring this shoe, and I honestly think this is one of the best sneaker releases of the entire year. It's one of the biggest sleepers. One of the reasons that I like it so much is it reminds me a lot of the Kanye West Louis Vuitton Dons, both in the shape of the shoe and the shade and the color of the shoe, and also in the level of attention to detail, including the leather liner. I'm a big fan of this shoe, and I think it is a great sneaker to wear casually. Last up, a shoe that I'm sure a lot of you will be pleased to see I've been wearing are these, the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low Olives. I actually took these on holiday to New Zealand with me recently and rocked them a whole bunch. They're quite dirty, in fact, I need to give them a bit of a clean. But the Jordan 1 Low OG, it's just such an easy shoe to wear. You can slip them on, you can kick them off. They look great with shorts, with long pants, jeans, whatever. It's just a super easy shoe to wear, and this colorway is really nice. The materials aren't great, they don't age particularly well with the creasing, but they don't look bad. Definitely a contender for shoe of the year in my opinion, and a shoe that I'm glad to say I have been wearing regularly. And so those are the shoes that I have been wearing the most in home mode and in city mode over the past month or two. Now, let's talk about the sneakers that I just can't wear, or I can't bring myself to wear, I just do not wear. First of all, we have these. These are the Air Jordan 5 Bin Premio 23s. If you're an old school collector, you'll know that the Bin series for a long time, for a lot of sneaker collectors, prior to the whole Hypebeast era, was like the Grail level Jordan to have. The quality of the materials is pretty hard to beat. In all fairness, I haven't really come across any modern Jordans that can hold a candle to the quality of the Bin series. They're numbered, they come with these extra accessories including dust bags and these wooden shoe trees, icy outsole as you can see, and I just haven't been able to bring myself to undeadstock these. They're just too pretty uncreased. The outsole is too nice and icy, but the problem and the dilemma that I'm in is that these shoes are basically 15 years old at this point, and so if I don't rock them soon, they are going to be quick to crumble. And so I'm in this dilemma. Do I just sell them as they are dead stock, or do I rock them and risk them crumbling or separating soon? I don't know. I absolutely love them. I want to keep them. To be fair, I really just should rock them. Next up, we have another pair of Air Jordan 5s. This is a pair that you guys will be seeing in the backgrounds of my videos because they're often kept right here. These are the Dornbecker 5s. A little bit like the Bins, this is one of those sneakers that old school collectors will really appreciate, because before we we had the hype of the Off-White and the Travis Scotts and stuff like that, these were the types of sneakers that everybody got hyped about. Thornbeckers, the Bins, Ray Allen PEs, that type of stuff. My main issue with these is that they're just really uncomfortable. This material on the upper, this sort of patterned reflective material, is really stiff, making them very unforgiving when you chuck them on. Plus they've also got this leather liner, which is a little bit unforgiving given the condition of these. The midsoles are still firm and there is no separation with these, and so I will wear these at some points, but given the icy bottoms and the comfortability, every time I go to rock them I end up taking them off and going for something that's more comfy. I will wear these at some stage, but I just can't bring myself to do it at this time. The Air Jordan 11 Cool Grays, I've had these for 2 years now, something like that, and I still haven't brought myself to wear these. I can't really tell you why. It's inexcusable really why I haven't worn these. My only reservation, as with a lot of 11s, is the icy outsole. I don't want to wear them because I don't want to mess up the outsole. An absolutely pathetic excuse, to be honest. I do love 11s and I do love this colorway. I think this is probably the best non-OG colorway of the Jordan 11, maybe tied with these, the Pantons or the Ultimate Gift of Flights. But yeah, just haven't gotten around to wearing these, but I certainly will. My Union Jordan 1s. This is another one of those shoes that I just don't want to mess up because they're so beautiful in flawless condition. I have worn them a couple of times, but I haven't worn them for a good year now. I did also manage to cop these for retail, and so part of me wants to keep them in good condition just in case I want to sell them or trade them down the line. This one is inexcusable really, the A Ma Maniére Jordan 3s. Why I haven't worn these yet, I couldn't tell you. I have worn them a couple of times in and around the house, made a few videos with them and stuff like that, but I haven't worn them out the house. I actually got these not long after they dropped for a pretty decent price. I paid like 360 pounds, like 400 bucks for these, which considering these are a woman's 12.5, women's 12, a men's 10.5 US, is a pretty good price. And it's just such a wearable shoe. I just haven't gotten around to wear them, but I certainly will. Last up we have the NERD Dunks. I'm a huge fan of Pharrell and Chad Hugo and Shay, and I love NERD, the band. I used to listen to them big time in the early 2000s when they were popping off with albums like Fly or Die, and I got these for an absolute steal. In fact, I got these and the MF Doom Dunks and 7 other shoes in a trade for a Supreme jacket and like 3 pairs of shoes. If you wanted to check out the details of that trade deal, you can go onto TikTok and search Sneakernomics Trade, and I put the whole deal out there. It's crazy. These are super limited, 1,050 pairs or something like that. Iconic pair from 2004. You can see I've still got the lace bag and the extra tag attached. Given my fandom of NERD, this isn't the type of sneaker that I can ever see myself selling, but it's also the type of sneaker that I can never see myself wearing. It's a weird situation. I think maybe when I go to another sneaker show or an event where I really want to show out, this is the type of pair that I would wear, because it's the type of pair that you're very unlikely to see anybody else have or wearing. And that is my video today, guys. The shoes that I wear the most versus the shoes that I wear the least. Feel free to comment down below what you guys thought of the video. Thank you guys, as always, for your support on the channel. Really means a lot. Don't forget to like the video before you bounce, and do me a favor and go and chuck me a follow on IG and TikTok so you can keep up with my short form content. I will see you guys on the next video. Take care for now, and peace.